welcome to my channel. So today's video might be kind of long because I put some notes in my, I literally texted myself some notes and I have so much that I want to talk about in today's video. But the main thing that I really want to talk about, so at first I wanted to make this video about ethically sourced fashion brands, which I am going to include that in this video if I can, but I think this video is going to be too long for that. I'm really just going to talk about sustainability and why clothes being sustainably and ethically made is important, because I thought about making this video because, you know, I have been giving a lot of you guys different wholesale vendors to shop from, and the other day I was thinking why not try to look for some ethical and sustainable clothing wholesale vendors, because I feel like it should be kind of easy to find some now. And when I was researching, I was looking and it was like almost impossible for me to find any. And then I started thinking, like, why isn't there many sustainable wholesale vendors? I'm pretty sure that there are some out there. It's just I don't know of any. I haven't found any. But I also think that this is gonna be a good conversation to have, because, you know, the way things are with our environment right now and the direction that our society as a whole is trying to go, like, we're being more conscious about like what we use, how long we use it. And now in New York City, I know that they're banning plastic bags. So if you go to stores, you have to bring your own bag and stuff like that. So you have to bring your own bag and stuff like that. So I think that a lot of people now are feeling more concerned with shopping sustainable brands. But before I actually continue with this video, I'm gonna give today's subscriber shout out. So today's subscriber shout out goes to Patricia Collins. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate it. And yesterday I actually posted my video thanking you guys so much for 900 plus subscribers. Like, it's just crazy. Anyways, I'm just gonna start talking. So some of you guys may know that I did go to the Fashion Institute of Technology and I got my bachelor's degree there, and I learned so much about sustainability and ethically made clothing and why it's important. So I just want to share some of the knowledge that I have, and if you already know some of this, then I think that is great. But for the people who don't know, I still think that that's great. You're here on this video. Just continue watching, and after, also do your own research if this is something that you do care about. Every day is a new opportunity to learn something new. So if you don't know about ethical and sustainable brands or anything like that, then this is gonna be a great video for you to start learning about it. So also, I just want to say, when it comes to like eco-friendly clothing, I don't think that is something that is literally impossible. I feel like it's not possible, but there are things that certain brands and certain companies do now to make sure that their clothing isn't harming the environment as much, and to reduce the waste and pollution as much as possible. And I'm also not making this video to try to convince anybody to just start buying sustainable clothing or anything like that. This is just to give you guys an idea of how it affects our environment and the social causes of it as well. So I don't want anyone to feel pressured to buy sustainable clothing, because sustainable clothing can be pretty pricey. And for me, I know it's something that I would really love to start doing, but I really don't see it as being something that is completely possible for me right now, which I think is still okay. Like, the problem is much bigger than us, I feel. So ethical sourcing is basically making sure that you're being responsible with how the clothing is being made and how it's affecting the environment and affecting the people that are working. So that means like environmental and social impacts, so how it affects the environment and how it affects the workers. So something that I do remember learning is that in third world countries especially, this is why a lot of people care so much about brands made in the USA. In third world countries, it's normal for women and children to work up to 96 hours a week with little to no break. which is really unhealthy. But the thing that is even crazier is that they see it as something that is a normal way of making money. Like, they just see it as this is their job and this is something that they need to do to make money for their families. Even young kids, they drop out of school so that they are able to work to help to take care of their family. So I know that some of you guys may know this already, but the fashion industry is the second most polluting industry in the entire world. And I believe the first industry is the oil industry. So have you guys ever seen those photos of landfills just filled with, you know, colorful dyes and clothing pieces, and it just looks so bad? Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen them. It's literally so sad to know that that is like how our landfills are looking because of fast fashion, because people want clothes at such a fast rate. Like, the demand for clothing is so high and people want to keep up with the latest trends all the time and keep up with the latest things. But when you think about it, the pollution that the dyes is causing to the water and to the air is very hazardous to breathe in. Like, all those chemicals and everything is very dangerous. Clothes are constantly being made and constantly changing, so more has to be made, and since it's so much clothing, they don't have anywhere else to drop the clothing dyes. They end up in the landfills, with just ends up hurting so many other people, you know. And because the chemicals are really hazardous, it's just making it just so much harder to have access to clean water and fresh air because of the hazardous pollution and chemicals. And natural dyes work just fine. You know, people use natural dyes. I have an acquaintance that I used to go to school with who's a designer, and on her Instagram she had posted the process of using natural dyes for clothing, and the process is actually extremely long. Like, some of them take up to a day or more depending on like the pigment of the color that you're trying to get. If you want like a stronger color, you're gonna have to soak the clothing in the dye a lot longer. And when you really think about it, when it comes to like fast fashion brands and stuff like that, they don't have the time to just sit the clothing in the dye for hours and days on end. They're trying to produce things as fast as possible. They want to be the first ones to have the most popular item out on the shelf so that they're able to make the most money as fast as they can. And I think it would just be impossible for most companies to go that route when you really think about it. So I want to share some information that I saw in a recent report, and I'll put the link down below in case you guys are interested in checking it out. But this says, how much clothing do we waste? And I'm gonna also put it on the screen so that you guys get the visual. So it says 1 garbage truck of clothing is burned or landfilled every second. 1 garbage truck. That is a lot, which is enough to fill 1.5 Empire State Buildings every single day, and enough to fill Sydney Harbor every year, which is over 82 million kilograms of clothing. And this report was in January of 2019, and when I started reading it, at first I thought that it was January of 2020, so I was like, okay, this is perfect. But I really forgot that we were in 2020. I don't know how, but just imagine the numbers now. The numbers have to be a few percentages higher because, you know, in a year things change a lot. So here's another way to put it in perspective. So it takes 2,700 liters of water to make 1 cotton shirt. That is enough water for one person to drink for 2.5 years. It's just crazy how much it takes to produce clothing in the fashion industry. So that is all that I wanted to share in this video, because I don't want this video to be too long. But in the next video, I'll be sharing some brands that you guys could shop if you guys are interested in shopping with some ethical and sustainable brands. Then I'll definitely do that video because I know a lot of people are trying to do their part, you know, and really try to pay more attention to how you're affecting the environment and what you're doing. And most sustainable clothing brands, I'm gonna say it now, I know they could be kind of expensive, but I think that, you know, when you really think about it, it would be worth it in the end. Because let's say you want to purchase like something that you know you wear all the time, like a white t-shirt, a black t-shirt, something like that. You could just start out small. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. But because when I really think about it, I don't think that I would be able to stop shopping fast fashion brands altogether. Like in a perfect world, I feel like I would be able to, but I don't think that's something that I could fully commit to right now. So if more brands became sustainable and a little more affordable, and if it became more of a thing and it was like a lot easier to purchase and stuff like that, but I think we could just take small steps like that and just focus on purchasing things that we know that we use on a constant basis, like maybe some hoodies and things like that, maybe jeans. So yeah, that is all that I wanted to talk about in today's video. I hope that you guys found it helpful and learned something. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you want more videos from me, just hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when I do upload more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.